This is another public service announcement brought to you in part by someone who cares a lot. We just had a guy here be taken away by the ambulance. We're not sure if it was a stroke or a type of seizure. He's got severe amounts of leg pain, which if there's any blood clotting, any restricted blood flow to the area causing the pain, like a pulmonary embolism kind of thing, those blood clots can rupture in your brain. A little bit hard to tell when he's non-responsive and sees locked to the sink standing up. Seems okay. Paramedics got him moving and responsive at least. In other news, I'm a dad. I don't like hearing when the mom's here. Miscarried yesterday, officially. Her second child. She was pregnant with twins. Lost one a month ago, lost the other one officially yesterday. That's 2 babies that have died out here. 2 armed robberies, a fatal beating. I'm in a fucking week. Perfect. Oh. Thought integration process. Lunar, come. I got my Wi-Fi thing. I got my data, so I can wander in the alleyway. Technically where I live now. So, I made a dramatic thing the other day while I was getting ready for bed. And I don't like posting it because there was crying in my face and shit. Conceptually speaking, in a different multiverse, if it was Riley that I ran into inside the cafe here, Jess, if it was your face on that wall, fucking shit, I'd be done. I'm not losing anyone else I fucking love. It's been one hell of a week. As I just said in the last video, we just had somebody we took out of here with the paramedics. Unclear if he was having a stroke or a seizure. Pregnant mom lost her kid yesterday. With 2 children who've died out here in the last month. 2 armed robberies, 1 fatal beating, and a partridge in a fucking pear tree, all in 8 days. 4 fentanyl overdoses. I'm a dad. I'm not letting my kids grow up in this shit. How are you, Miss Marissa? Let's touch base with you. I don't know if you own any properties here in Canada. I'm interested in finding a place to live. I got a few options. I got a few backup plans. I gotta get a petition together because in 1 month about 600 people are gonna have no place to fucking live. Cutting the government funding to all the housing centers, warming centers. They figure people don't need to be warm on cold ass fucking rainy days like this. New friend I met today, her house got blown up because the gas line fucking went out. Took out all her stuff in her home. And there's a few people like me who are out here homeless by choice. Because it's safer than the environments we fucking came from. Not letting my kids grow up thinking that their parents are gonna go fucking demented as shit. And make their kids homeless. Also, might I add, in the last 2 months, myself and my daughter have been made, my 11-year-old turning 11-year-old, have been made homeless and put on the streets. At least she could chill with her mom. Twice in the last month. And then last week, me and my best friend and her 3-month-old baby were put homeless with 12 hours fucking notice. Again. And I don't know what happens when this place closes and she won't have a job to support the house she just got with her 3-month-old baby. We have youths out here. Thought integration process. Lunar, come. I got my Wi-Fi thing. The psychedelic research out in BC still costs $5,000 for a 4-hour psychotherapy session on what would usually be, if you buy it from a mycologist, about $30 a mushrooms. That for normal people would probably last you 3 months. Someone like me, I go through that in a day, but still. The overdose crisis. It's the same. It's the top 3 killers. There's the prescription meds, on-label, properly prescribed prescription meds that kill people. The cancer that causes it by people being on it. Again, my daughter, since the age of 3, has been on very, very highly cancerous, immunely suppressant fucking injections in her legs. Has a 13% mortality rate. That means my daughter, for the last 10 years or 7 years. I know, Luna, you're cold. Say hi to Luna. Hi, sweetie. I know, it's sad. Out of 100 kids taking my daughter's fucking meds, 13 of them die. As far as I can understand, with my amateur experience being a professional fucking medical trained person, kind of like slow-induced chemo giving to a child from the age of a toddler, prescribed by sick kids. I've been fighting for a decade for her to get a fucking therapist or a counselor. She's still on the waiting list. It was faster for me to get a $10,000 education as a nutritionist and holistic health coaching to be able to be her fucking counselor. My business takes insurance. I gotta figure out how OHIP can reroute it through my business. Get my daughter the proper stuff she deserves. At least as an ordained reverend, and as my own medical brain injury healing, I'm exempt from the laws of using things like LSD and DMT and magic mushrooms for healing and spiritual practices. I like the natural tobacco because of my chronic overheating issue with the brain thing. I've had a lot of constipation over the last 10 years. Stuff it detoxes, so it keeps you regular. And it's also the only thing holistically and probably known in science that cures fucking Parkinson's disease. Which I don't have, and I don't ever want to have. That's why I started smoking cigars 4 years ago in the first place. Are my lungs happy with me? No. Is my liver 1 point to the fucking danger zone? Yeah, only 1 point though. At least I'm now 3 points down from being pre-diabetic. Data, so I can wander in. Probably known in science that cures fucking Parkinson's disease. Which I don't have, and I don't ever want to have. That's why I started smoking cigars 4 years ago in the first place. Are my lungs happy with me? No. Is my liver 1 point to the fucking danger zone? Yeah, only 1 point though. At least I'm now 3 points down from being pre-diabetic. And disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I actually take the Hippocratic Oath seriously to save lives and do no harm. The opiate crisis, the overdose crisis. And Trudeau wants to call in the fucking Emergency Act for people who are trying to get help to stop the lockdowns because of the sickness. I say Kennedy runs the states and Trump, you can come here. I cannot tolerate the thought of, after knowing my best friend I went 8 years fucking sober and clean without any legal issues, I'm still no legal issues. Being out here homeless with a service dog, I have the right to walk into the courthouse for refuge and safety. I can chill at the mall, charge my phone with my dog. I can go into the police station, say I want to talk to my registry chick, and use the private bathroom. At least with Lunar here, I got libraries. Other people out here, they don't have those luxuries. They just get told, move on, you're loitering. Speaking of which, I've probably been out here for about 15 minutes, so I should probably go back in. I could not tolerate the thought knowing that my best friend of 10 fucking years went 7 years in this shit. While I was living it clean, good. I'm relieved she's 3 years sober, but holy fucking shit. I've been out here a week. She went 7 years in this shit. If her face was on that wall, I'd be taking that fucking bottle of fucking cough syrup and taking a nap on the tray trap. I won't touch prescription meds. I won't go on prescription meds. Because if you give me a bottle of shit I can overdose on, I don't trust myself with it. Give me my cannabis and my tobacco, I'm fucking happy. And I'm miserable as shit. No, that's not true. I'm doing better out here than most people. I'm fine with the environment. I'm used to it. I'm just not used to the food. Unlimited free grilled cheese sandwiches is cool and all, but still. Mind you, in saying this, with you watching this, Marissa, you might not want to buy property in Canada. It's pretty fucking shitty. During COVID, all the Canadians fled to fucking Mexico. Not only with the homeless crisis and 600 homeless people about to have no place to sleep and stay and live. No warming centers, no free cafes with refuge. It is an Emergencies Act. Who the fuck do I talk to about this shit? And my daughter's birthday is on the day that everything's closing. That's how I'm celebrating my 11th year birthday with my daughter. At least I got backup plans. Van life living, crown van camping. I lived outside all last year to stay safe from my drunken Nazi alcoholic father. Which is still has not been removed. Or had his 50 guns and metric ton of bullets removed from him either. Yeah, you want to go in, eh? Alright. Let me stuff my thingy. Nice to meet you, Miss Marissa. Thank you for joining. Please feel free. Check out my content. Fucking share it. People need to know. I'm a dad, and this is not acceptable for our kids to grow up knowing that this is their future. Oh. Thought integration process. Lunar, come. I got my Wi-Fi thing. I got my data so I can wander in the alleyway. Technically where I live now. So I made a dramatic